Hello everyone, welcome to my video. In the marketing and communication, collaboration is essential. Additionally, the advancement of digital media has pushed the communication across the internet among its users worldwide. According to Flow, as technologies advance becomes more globally interconnected, they have a significant influence on content planning, execution, and reaction. To speak with experts in the field of digital media, Intermass company, Hubdown is working as a digital content marketing specialist. It's working as a young technology company whose team develops project management software for the building sector. Investing in professional industry insight is worthwhile for me. Mass was established as a result of working in the construction sector and encountering difficulties using the current tools and technology to handle large-scale, intricate project financing. Can appear like a more complicated undertaking than is due to the variety of platforms embraced in the digital marketing. In a competitive market, word of mouth advertising and consumer reviews can help generate attention. In today's digital world, people expect to discover a website and social media research where they can check for information and reviews from other customers. This will allow them to determine whether your company is a good location to do business. Have and her team provides such in-depth and appealing blog entries or other content on the company's product. Was trained in writing and reporting, storytelling a lot. And that was kind of how I got into the field of writing and creating content, like video content, written content, and all sort of things. And then that has become sort of my strength. So I developed the ability to analyze an event and find a hook in the story and then make it an interesting piece of writing. Also analyze some their blog posts on their website from a technical perspective. Walk me through the process of working together to write a blog article about a product. Find different types of content before we generate the content itself. So for example, content could be company news, the content to nurture your prospects before they become your clients. Sales, they need to close deals, but it's not a linear process. It's kind of, you talk to them, they feel like, okay, I don't really need your product right now. And then marketing has kind of jumped in and, remind them with different types of content to nurture them and kind of generate the need for the product. And then somehow the product appear in front of them enough that they feel like, that's actually, I really need that. There are content about the product, there are content about the company, there are content about fun things to kind of help you build the company image. So we define those kind of content, and we have content that we produce on a daily basis, and we have content that we produce when we do have specific events, right? So like when a company raise funds, when there is a big investment to announce, then we will focus on creating content for that campaign. Textual study of their blog post, a managing clubs in mass, less admin, more data-driven decision, have aimed to express the value of the companies and specific product details in this post. Some studies mention that it was basically based on presentation of advertising messages as a communication exchange between marketers and customers, which numerous theories have utilized to construct an interactive framework To grab a client's attention, they utilize a variety of heading styles. Additionally, its blog post is well structured and follows the coffee suggestion that information from advertising messages can be tightly connected to the value of digital ads. Example, the use of bold is intended to catch the reader's eye and is accompanied by an image so they can quickly understand and compare the product. The range is also developed through the content. Also describe the innovative content creation. How teams does in the age of technology. I mean, we do generate new ideas every day, and we not and because of new technology, it just technology just help us to generate ideas more easily. It's not gonna make the idea. Well, I mean, people come up with better ideas every day, right? People are getting better every day, and people are being more resilient, being more adaptive with the new environment, the new normal, and they sort of they adapt better with the situation, and especially in marketing because we in especially in tech we do have to learn new technology pretty much every day. You do have to learn every day, but it's just a tool. I think technology is just a tool for you to do your job easier and faster. The thing that makes your job better is you. And no matter what tool you have, you gotta be creative every day. More about put yourself in the customer's shoes every day and think like what they need, what they want, what they find funny. We rely too much on the convenience of technology bringing to us. We don't use all of them, but we rely on them too much. We think we need them, but we don't. It limits our ability as human. I read her idea. Technology has made some processes of content creation faster. We're still human and we are able to come up with new ideas every single second. We use technology but do not solely rely on it. A choose spontaneous innovation according to Sarah is managing a paradox. Develop a goal that gives the team a focus and just open-ended enough to allow for creative problems and solving to arise. I want to start my group discussion with this one, so we can exchange the concepts, the idea, build on one another's idea, and apply the double diamond strategy. Hope also explained to me what she think make for a good collaboration, and I agree that this will be very helpful to incorporate into our collective plan for collaborative project. A leadership leaders like it's much more important than having a good company. So the company you might be working in like big four or like large corporations or something, but if you have a manager who fight for you, understands you, and be willing to be your friend, that's actually better than everything else. So I consider leadership to be a crucial component of our team project. We might have a leader in our route who can direct our team, provide an overview of our route of individuals, and inspire and instruct and manage performance. Additionally, we will contribute to each member's abilities. Well, I'm good at creating written communication for digital media, and I will bring this skill to my group project. And that's it for my video. Thank you for listening.